What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Dueling podcast. This week we are covering a friendly neighborhood film. Wait for Geek to respond. See, no. Well, we have a special guest because we decided to bring on the biggest Spider-Man fan we can, even though we've covered two of the Spider-Man films beforehand. But we figured Toby requires a guest, so we're bringing on Steven for Spider-Man 2002. Hi, Steven.
Me. Hey guys, I'm Steven, aka Kirby Gang Taco, aka Kirby Geek Taco, aka
I hate that that's your new Smurf account.
AKA Geek's boyfriend.
aka
Hell no.
Mitsubishi Eclipse Man, aka
True.
KGT, aka Kirby, aka Steven. Hello.
Hi, Steven.
We're not saying hi, Stephen, like this is fucking Alcoholics Anonymous. We're not. No.
You said die, Steven. That's all I said.
Oh, I thought you said hi, Stephen.
No,
And
nice,
all I could think about was that we're sitting in a circle at Alcoholics Anonymous. Gonna go over why everything's a problem.
No, Steven's one of the biggest Spider-Man fans we know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You told me to come prepared with my shirt today. I did.
I'm wearing
I
a
don't have a
Miles
Spider-Man
Morales shirt.
So I went with the Batman.
That's
It's not even kind of close, actually.
I went with a superhero shirt. Okay, I didn't get more.
You don't have a single Marvel superhero shirt?
I have a WandaVision shirt, but
That
that's in the wash
would
right
be
now.
genuinely
It's in the
800,000
wash
times
right
closer.
now.
You could have just not checked your shirt, bro. It's okay though. I don't know how you guys format these.
It's a little different to guess. Usually we
There's
just
no
talk.
format.
Yeah, no. We honestly half the episodes are usually just yap sessions.
Okay.
This movie's intro is the exact same as Daredevil's. It's just really shitty CGI. That's just awful.
It's 2002,
yeah.
buddy.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't watched the Just Spider-Man in a long time. That does not age well.
I think he aged perfectly, except for one joke.
Except for all of the CGI. Not a single bit of
Yeah,
it
no,
aged
the,
well
the
at all.
CGI is my gripe with this movie, but I do think despite the CGI, it's still a great watch. I've got to say it. And they do pull off two 10 out of 10 actor to character roles that are J. Jonah Jameson and J.K. Simmons and Willem Dafoe, the Green Goblin.
Yeah.
Those are my two perfect.
So glad you didn't try to say like Toby.
No, Toby's not perfect in this movie.
The fact
or
that
any of
he's
his
in high
movies, but-
school and is very obviously a nearly 30-year-old man is so funny.
Well, he graduates
Yeah.
in this movie.
Right, but he's still in high school and is actively a 27-year-old man.
I will say, Toby, of anyone that's ever played Spider-Man, is the most awkward, relatable Peter Parker ever.
Yeah, it's so awful.
It's so uncomfortably good. It's really
so
great.
Every time MJ talks to him, he just stands there smiling and can't say a fucking word. It's like, come on, bro.
He's too real for that.
He
honestly.
saves her, catches all the stuff on the tray,
Mhm.
and she's trying to have a conversation with him, and he's just standing there.
Unpractically,
Not
too.
menacingly, but
No, he's not
No,
hip in that Obi-Wan shit.
And she's really good in this movie too.
I mean, her character.
I mean, the casting. She in this movie, she is just so pretty, dude. There's just
yeah.
nobody else they could have picked, I think, for this era.
I'm just saying her character kind of still sucks.
Yeah, no, she's like a whore. She is in love with every guy that she talks to. But
She does
I
actively
think it's
cheat.
I think it's kind of great.
when? Oh,
She
when she
kisses
kisses
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I'm just, you know what? I don't even care. Harry deserved it.
Yeah, Harry's a dick in this movie
Yeah,
too,
dude,
but I think
he
he's
deserved it.
one of the good castings
Oh,
as well.
good casting. Still, as a character, he a bitch, so he deserved it. His dad died, and he deserved that too.
Jesus.
Yeah, man.
His dad deserved it more than he did. But
No, I don't even
I
think
don't
so.
know. His dad was just kind of just having fun with Spider-Man.
No, see, Norman didn't deserve to get killed. Green Goblin
True.
did.
he
Norman
took
was just a good
goblin
guy.
crack, bro. That's kind of his fault. He wanted the goblin crack. He took the goblin crack.
Well, no, he didn't know it would do that. He just wanted to be Captain America.
Yes, he did. The scientist told him it gave him those exact side effects, and he's like, "I don't care. Give it to me."
That happened to one of the dozens of tested rats. You're never gonna assume you're gonna be the one person who's gonna get the side effects. That's really dumb. Like, if
They should have listened to bro, and he died.
no, they shouldn't have. Take the serum. He just was trying to recreate the Captain America serum, man. Well, not technically, because Sony doesn't have the rights to Captain America, but you know what I mean. Sony could have had the rights to Captain America. They paid more for Spider-Man than what Marvel had offered for all of Marvel. I'm so glad Sony's stupid. Because then we're only stuck with them ruining Spider-Man all the time.
What did they ruin?
Let's hear this geek.
Well, you see, Spider-Man's important to the Marvel universe, and Sony could just be like, oh yeah, we make money every time we let Spider-Man be in your shows, but we're just not going to let him. You know why
Okay,
Spider-Man wasn't in
I see
Daredevil
what you-
Born
I see
Again?
what you mean.
Because Sony's a cunt. Sony
what you
ruins the
mean.
idea of that character, and I hate Sony, and I wish they would die.
You were saying we could have had more Spider-Man.
Yeah. Dude, every bad decision with
not
Spider-Man
that.
is the fault of Sony.
I thought you were saying like pretty much all of the Spider-Man movies were bad decisions.
No,
Like,
but they
well,
have ruined every non-Spider-Man
Yeah,
character.
okay. I get what you. I do get what you mean now.
Like, Morbius, ruined. I haven't seen Craven.
Morbius.
Morbius is the GOAT.
I know like 2 Morbius fans in the entire world before the movie, and I think there's less now. I think they all kill
Fair.
themselves. And Craven's like
I haven't watched it yet.
not great, but it's not.
But why is
horrible.
Quicksilver Craven? I don't like it.
Because he's hot.
All right,
He's not even
Gertrude, settle
Russian in that
down.
movie. He's not even Russian in that movie, though. So it does defeat the point.
Yeah, well, he also wasn't correct when he was Quicksilver either.
Anyways, Steven, what do you think about this film? I think
It's unironically one of my favorite movies ever. The homophobic joke was a pretty good laugh. I did
I
rewatch
totally
most
missed
of it
it,
earlier.
apparently.
In the wrestling scene when he goes to fight Bonesaw.
Oh yeah, I wasn't paying enough attention to
Bonesaw.
that.
Yeah, he gets like up on the cage or whatever, and he's like, "Nice outfit. Your husband made it for you." And yeah, it was 2002. Have you guys seen the?
Honestly, for a movie coming out in this era, that's why I missed it. Is I was if we're talking about bad jokes, I was expecting more Boondock Saints, less
Okay. Yeah.
less that.
Speaking of the era, have you guys seen the trailer of this movie?
with the Twin Towers.
That got deleted where he catches the helicopter between the Twin Towers.
Yeah, it would have been dope.
They should have just released it anyways.
I
In
love
this
the early geek at
universe,
that time.
Spider-Man stops it.
Spider-Sense, but no.
Yeah.
Throughout this whole movie, I realized how meme this movie has become. It's nearly impossible to go more than 5 minutes without a meme popping up.
Yeah,
Where
dude.
you're just like,
It's
oh,
Revenge
like,
of the
literally-
Sith, dude.
so many parts of this movie is a TikTok audio. Like,
Yeah.
It's honestly great.
Yeah.
I unironically, one of my takes is got 3 minutes with play time. Yeah, it's during that wrestling scene.
No, I know what that one's from.
Yeah.
I just don't know why you care about that one.
It's just the one that stuck with me.
The most iconic one's got to be "I'm Something of a Scientist."
Yeah.
Myself.
Oh, yeah. That's,
It is. Yeah.
that, and then Norman's crash out when he's told he needs to resign.
Yeah.
I started this company. Do you know how much I sacrifice? Yeah, like that's everywhere all the time. Apparently, I'm just like Norman Osborn with the crash outs, so that's good.
You are.
Yeah. What kind of crack did you take?
Well, actually, I did OD on cocaine when I was a child, so the regular kind. Why are you
Not
hiding,
goblin
Grayson?
crack.
I'm hiding.
Why are you hiding?
I don't know what to say. So we've all seen all the other Spider-Man suits. I really like this one, even though like the raised webbing does kind of bother me.
I'm cool with the raised webbing. It pisses me off because they do the color wrong. They
What
literally draw they have him draw the perfect Spider-Man suit with the red and the blue, and then they give him a really dark red and a navy blue that are very different than the colors he had picked in the drawing, and it pisses me off because it would have looked so much better with a lighter blue. Because navy blue is shit.
In the next two, the suit looks better. Like there's some slight adjustments to the eyes. I think the eyes are the most off-putting in this movie. They look just like clearly very fake, but it is solved in the next two movies. But if we're just taking this movie at face value, then that's really my big issue with the suit is the eyes just look really, really fake.
I don't like navy blue, so it's bad. It's bad suit.
Is this better or worse than Daredevil 2003?
As a suit?
Yes.
So much better.
Is this better or worse than the original X-Men movies suits?
Again, they don't have a suit.
They do. It's leather.
But
it's dark leather, and I'm asking you, geek.
Right, but I don't know. When they're not wearing a comic accurate suit, even kind of not related to their character at all, it just doesn't count to me. But I think all of Tobey's I was gonna say all of his suits are the worst Spider-Man suits, but Tom has some really shitty suits.
Tom's Iron Spider.
I mean, I'm slightly biased. I actually think Tobey's suit is the best one. I really, really love the raised webbing, and the logo is just so cool. Like, I don't know. And it is a little bit nostalgic for me, obviously, so I'm a little bit biased, but I really think he's got the best suits. I do think Tom has the worst suits.
Over the TASM 2 suit?
Yes.
I think if Tom gets the suit from the end of No Way Home, then he will have the best suit, but still overall the worst suits. There's some really crappy suits.
Yeah, the Night Monkey suit, that's terrible. Just like off the top of my head.
Yeah, I know.
When he randomly switched from blue to black, I was like, what are we doing here? I don't know.
I don't mind that too much, actually.
I like that better than him trying to wear fucking navy blue.
Okay, we get it.
No, if you want a super dark color, just wear black or wear a real blue. I don't get it. The only suit of Tom's, other than like his brand new suit that I actually like, is the homemade one he wears in Homecoming.
I like the OG one. Like, it's not great, but like I like it.
I don't, because it's made
homemade
by
suit.
Tony.
I love this homemade suit.
Yeah.
This is my favorite homemade suit.
Yeah.
Valid.
It is a good homemade suit. Doesn't get too much screen time, but
I love the spray paint. I love that he spray painted this shirt.
The ski mask.
It is the most Spider-Man feeling one, because he totally just bought that shirt at a Goodwill. Picked up a can of spray paint on the sidewalk that somebody had left when they were tagging a building, and he's like, yes, I have the power. Apparently Spider-Man is He-Man now, but that's fine.
That's a He-Man line?
I
you are
have
unk.
the power. He-Man.
unk.
That's literally the end of the quote.
Hey, Steven, have you watched He-Man before?
Oh, I've never seen
Nope.
He-Man. I know that one line. Man, I've never seen or played any Pokemon games or movies or shows or whatever. Yet I still know some lines from Pokemon.
He probably knows Pikachu, but
True.
I think this movie is really like riddled with kind of super iconic scenes. Like you got the upside down kiss that comes to mind
Where
immediately.
Toby's drowning. Yeah.
Yes. Like it comes back in the second movie where she's like trying to figure out if her new fiance is Spider-Man. Like,
My question is, how does anyone in that high school not figure out that Peter is Spider-Man off that one scene where he has the webbing just dragging behind him?
yeah.
Because
Probably
it's
just
high
a
school.
prank, I guess.
Well,
Yeah.
also it's high school and he's the loser. I promise nobody looked at
Mm.
him.
No, they were all looking at him in that scene.
Apparently you weren't the loser in high school. Just
No, it
because they were all
wasn't.
looking doesn't mean they noticed. There is
Fair.
I don't
levels
know.
to this.
I do see what you mean, but I also think they just didn't look at it the same way we're looking at it. Because like obviously it's like, oh, that guy that shoots web is Spider-Man, but like they didn't really know that there was a web at that point.
Right? It was just some white substance.
The funniest part of this movie though is right after that, where Toby randomly does a double backflip to dodge a guy.
Yeah.
That was like,
I love
oh,
it.
Yeah. Yeah,
Joel
There were no
Manganiello.
wires. He just actively did that.
yeah, he can just do that. By the way,
What- Have you heard the behind the scenes story with that scene where Joe Manganiello, who plays Flash, was paid by like a grip to punch Toby for real? And like there's a bunch of people behind the scenes like also like just nodding, like punch him in the face for real. I think it's the take they kept too.
Where he doesn't
just double
punch him
backflip too.
anytime. He actively
Messed
misses
up. Yep.
every single
I
swing.
messed up. Yep.
So they kept the take where he was supposed to punch. So Toby just is that good, is your point. Or
Yeah.
are you just stupid?
Yeah, I'm just stupid.
Okay.
I messed up the story. Well, apparently Tobey Maguire is not very likable on set.
Or maybe. I'm sorry, who the hell played Flash? Oh,
Joe
right. No one cares.
Manganiello.
All right.
He's Deathstroke.
No, he's not.
He played Deathstroke once.
Not my Deathstroke. Who is that guy?
Just told you like 4 times.
Yeah, but the good one.
The good one? Are you talking about the one from Arrow?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Manu
Any
Bennett.
good Deathstroke?
That's his name. That's the only
Good
good
Deathstroke doesn't like
Deathstroke.
kids. As long as he's not into kids, we're happy.
Is Manganiello? You know what? This is
No, Deathstroke is into kids in the comics.
Can we get back on topic?
because he tries to murder the Teen Titans.
No, he has a romantic relationship with Tara in the comics
Oh,
when she's like 14.
oh.
Yeah. Anyways, back to Spider-Man. How do you guys feel about organic webbing over mechanical?
W.
I honestly like it more.
Why?
Well, more specifically, I mean, it doesn't really matter in this movie, but like you get to the second one where he has the web block because all the fucked up shit that MJ is technically putting him through.
Mhm.
So I don't know, like I kind of like the idea that it's all up here. Like he can make the webs whenever he wants. I feel like if you run out of webs, and you like have a web shooter, it's kind of like a cop out for like the script, I guess. Like there's no it's your fault if you're out of webs.
Right. You have to make it make sense here. Whereas like if you just have a web shooter, it's like, well, you're an idiot. Why do you not wear a Batman utility belt with like 800 canisters, you fucking idiot? You deserve to get your ass beat and die. Like you deserve this. You're an idiot. Which is bad because Spider-Man's supposed to be like the smartest guy in every room. Unless Reed Richards is there.
See, anytime like in a cartoon where he runs out of webs, I just assume it's because he's had a hard, long battle and he's just out.
Yeah, but that's
There's
dumb.
not.
But also,
It makes him
like,
creative.
I don't know. The only thing you get from being bit by the spider, just being spider sense, is always like, and like, yeah, the upgraded strength and stuff. But I don't know. I feel like the entire point of the spider is like you get all of the benefits, and I feel like the webbing is like a very major benefit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why it
Yeah.
needs to be created, and like I get you just want to prove that Peter Parker's smart. Just keep saying it. That's what they did for Tony Stark for decades. It's what they do for Reed Richards now. He's never done anything. We just call him the smartest man alive, and people agree. All he's done is what? Send his team to space once, fuck it up, and get everybody turned into a monster that everybody hates. Good job, Reed Richards, you dumb motherfucker.
Yep.
I love the
2005,
Fantastic Four. Don't.
Recreates the.
We can talk a little bit about the spider bite like kind of segment. Like, I think Geek and I argued about this a little bit whenever you guys had a live Dueling Fates.
Yeah.
I really like being able to see Peter Parker get bit by a spider. I think it's a really important part of the movie.
This was talking about like Tom Holland's Spider-Man.
Yes.
Specifically. And my thought with that is we don't need the same movie but third time. Like we really don't. Just this is fine. Have him already be Spider-Man for a little bit. Let's just move on because we've already seen this movie and we don't need to again. Yes, you can change it slightly, but you can't change it that much. And like the best I'll give you is maybe you can get a flashback scene someday of how he got bit, but like that's at best.
Yeah,
we don't need an entire movie dedicated to the origins of Spider-Man. We get it.
We got
Your
trilogy
uncle
instead.
died. Yeah. Don't get me started. I love Tom Holland's casting, but I hate the way Marvel decided to go about adding Spider-Man to the MCU.
I agree.
Like, it really just makes me wish that they would have just been like, fuck it, Andrew, let's go. Because, like, it would have just been
That was the plan.
They
That was
should
the
have
plan
just
for a
went
long,
with
long
it.
time. Just Sony just was being a bitch.
I like Tom Holland, though. It's just I don't like the way they've written his story. But
I don't
hey,
mind
after
it entirely.
7 movies, well, 7 appearances, we finally get to see a real Spider-Man from Tom, except maybe not. They'll probably still just write him as mostly Miles Morales for no fucking reason.
Because Miles Morales is cool and Peter Parker is.
So introduce Miles Morales then.
They're going to.
What's the point? He's already there. He's Peter Parker. You see what the fucking problem is? When you use all of Miles' characteristics for Peter, there's no reason for Miles to exist.
Because they've added on to Miles using Spider-Verse.
That's not part of the MCU. It doesn't fucking matter.
No, but Miles' character has gotten more fleshed out through the Spider-Verse movies, that they can use that.
Sure,
as a
and still
jumping point.
most of the parts of Miles that exist are just Peter and Disney's bullshit.
I've been on record saying that Tom is a lot of Miles.
Yeah, it's bad. If you just wanted Miles, just have Miles be the only Spider-Man in your universe. Who fucking cares? Yes, the internet would have been upset. The internet's always upset. Fuck them.
True.
I'm a little interested in, like, slightly off topic, but not really, like how they're going to handle Tom symbiote. Like, that's the play, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because Tom is like the nicest of the 3 Spider-Men. Like, Toby is definitely like the meanest of them, and he looks the meanest. But Tom, I don't feel like I've ever even seen him get like upset in a movie. Like
when he nearly murders Green Goblin.
Okay.
I was saying
he literally just did. Like he literally just almost snapped. He was on the last.
That's like the
string.
only time, and it like wasn't even his villain.
True. Well, it became his villain.
Yeah.
It became way more his villain than it. Goblin became so much more Tom's villain than Toby's so fast. What did Goblin do to
said-
Toby? Threaten him a couple times?
Well, like,
Goblin actually
yeah,
murdered
He tried to-
Tom's Aunt May. Like,
he tried to
when
kill
when you're
kid.
in the MCU and they put the fate of the universe on the line like every other movie, it's like
welcome to comics.
I want Andre Iguodala, dude. I don't know.
I feel like they should go more like the drug addict route with Tom when it comes to like, because I mean, Venom is like not the Venom, the symbiote is a metaphor for drug abuse. They go more drug abuse route rather than like anger. I know that anger can be caused with drug abuse, but still, they should go more with addiction rather than what they did with Toby.
What, make him a goofy moron, but wearing black now? Like, that's what changed.
Hey, I love Venom in this universe.
Dude, I love the symbiote suit in Toby's universe. I really do.
Dude, it's gas. It's just like a black version of his suit, but
Yeah.
that's probably the best version of the suit as well.
I was gonna say it does. You don't always have to try so hard. Sometimes just color shifting it works.
But anyways, back to Spider-Man 1.
Oh yeah.
I did want to talk more about his spider bite. Like I don't know, I really like that scene. Like he kind of goes into like a cold sweat and is like really pale, wakes up and he's jacked and like not pale.
I want that workout routine.
Honestly,
get
dude,
bit by
if
a
I could just
spider,
get
bro.
bit by a spider and be sick for like a week and be jacked afterwards, I'd do it.
Real.
Even if it wasn't a week, even if it was like a month, fuck it. As long as it's less than like a year, I'm doing it. Don't care. I'm so here for it. Bite me.
Shout out a young Tobey Maguire for looking like that. I guess.
Shout out
Probably.
filming the beginning of the scene like 6 months before they filmed the second half of the scene.
Yeah.
At least 6 months.
Yeah, that might have been the first thing they shot.
Right?
Probably.
really
Like,
think
your
about it.
cast, we're going to shoot this real quick. Now go work out. See you in 6 months.
It's in his contract. Get in the fucking gym.
I love how he's shredded everywhere except his biceps, where there is zero muscle.
Yeah, but then
Which
he
makes
puts the
no
suit on
sense.
and he has like the biggest arms ever.
Yeah.
It's less definition, more size there. He's a big bruiser rather than the sleek, like athletic, like
Yeah.
Andrew.
It's so much. There's one of the reasons why I don't love Toby as Spider-Man.
There's a bruiser rather than
Yeah.
slim and.
I still think Andrew's the best, but I don't know.
Oh yeah. I'll stand by that.
Thoughts
Andrew,
thoughts from the taco?
Oh no, I think Toby has the best movies.
Well, we're not talking about the best movies.
I said best Spider-Man.
Best Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could give that to Andrew, but I don't think it's Toby's fault that his movies come out in 2000s.
Yeah, that's fair. Because the CGI doesn't help, the writing doesn't help. 'Cause this is a very early 2000s movie.
2002, 2004, and 2007 weren't really like the most well-known, like, I don't know, like, you know what I'm going.
Why are you
It's
talking
just like
shit on my era,
yeah.
dude? No.
Well, I
your
also
era's
think
before
Andrew knows how
Settle
to
down.
act with a mask on. Right,
Yeah.
like Toby, like he's very like. There's no.
It's the way they did his
Emotion.
mask.
Is it a shell?
guys-
Yeah.
You guys know about the mannequin, right?
What?
And when he saves MJ for after the Green Goblin attacks the parade,
Yeah.
when he's swinging by and MJ's like hanging on, you can literally see it's a mannequin. She's hanging on to a mannequin.
And it's going the wrong way, isn't it? Like the wind.
Nice.
Pretty sure, yeah.
I wasn't paying
It's
that
literally
close of
a
attention.
mannequin.
I'm also exhausted, so you know.
Oh, I've seen this movie like hundreds of times. I
So
think I know every detail.
I haven't seen this movie since I was in high school, probably.
I broke my
Probably
DVD
still when it came out.
All right, man. I don't even think I was in high school when the Amazing Spider-Man movies came out.
Amazing Spider-Man came out in 2012 and 2014. You were before the second
Oh,
one.
I was a freshman when the second one came out.
Yeah, fuck you.
Tough. Tough.
Um,
God, I'm old.
In college, a freshman in college. Yeah.
No.
is
No.
Geek Unk? Question mark.
Steven called me Unk on my TikTok today.
I know. I saw. I like to do like 3 of my accounts.
Damn.
No,
What's fucked up is I
was
was playing all those games in like 2007. It's the even worse part. They were like
Spider-Man
a decade
3 was
old.
out. Instead of watching Spider-Man 3, you were playing those fucking games. That's crazy.
Well, because I could only watch Spider-Man 3 every once in a while. We only rented movies on the weekends. I didn't rent Spider-Man 3 every time.
Shout out to Redbox.
What the fuck was our movie store called? I had
You've looked this up many times, and
Yeah,
you're like,
no, I texted my sister the one time, got an answer, but I've switched phones since then. So,
Ours was Mr. Movies.
it
Never
wasn't
forget
that.
Mr. Movies.
I had a Blockbuster when I was a kid.
Which you fucking special. I don't know. Do you guys have any other moments from this movie? Like, I'm trying to think off the top of my head.
I love that Sam Raimi decided to put jump scares in this movie. He's a horror director, but him putting jump scares randomly in this movie works so well because I was so caught off guard because I wasn't fully paying attention. I was doing something else on my other screen, and I was head over here, and then the jump scare happened, and I had to like flash my head to the other side just to make sure what the fuck was happening because I did not know that jump scare was coming at all.
Yeah, he's keeping you locked in, man.
Yeah, okay, like keeping your toes.
Am I insane?
Dude.
Sorry, this is not truly
Yes,
Spider-Man
yes, you are.
related. All right. Maybe it's the Goblin Serum. No. So am I insane for thinking that Sam Raimi's best superhero movie isn't one of these 3?
You think it's Multiverse of Madness?
Yeah.
I love Multiverse of Madness, but it's not.
What, you gonna say Spider-Man 2?
No, it's Spider-Man. I think this is the best one of the trilogy.
That's insane.
Oh, no, it's certainly the second one.
Yeah, it's certainly. Every single element of that movie is better. And I thought you were big on love stories. The second one is the love story.
I hate Mary Jane, this trilogy. She cheats on everyone. And you know what, Geek? I've said this plenty of times. I think cheating is worse than murder.
Well, that's fair.
Honestly. And she does it constantly in all 3 films.
Okay, but have you considered that she's hot?
See, Steven, this is why bad things happen to us.
Yeah, you're right. Listen, she could cheat on me, to be honest. I'd be okay with it.
All the Spider-Man girls are going to let Kirsten Dunst's Mary Jane cheat on you?
Absolutely.
Would go. All right, we gotta tier list the Spider-Man love interests. Go.
It goes backwards. That's what it does. It goes backwards.
No.
Yes.
It's Kirsten
Wait, so you're
Dunst,
saying
it's
Zendaya?
Zendaya, and
Have
then
you
it's
seen Zendaya?
yeah.
I'm afraid you lack taste if you don't think Zendaya is 1.
No, it's
Out of these
Kirsten
3
Dunst,
options,
and they
she's number 2.
sexualize the fuck out of her in these movies.
They
Well, yeah,
really
it's
do.
2002.
Yeah.
Kind of the whole point of.
I'm not even
I'm not
sure if
complaining.
Sam Raimi wanted to. I feel like that's just Sony being like, nope, you gotta.
No, he's a horror director. That's what they do.
Is it?
Like,
Horror directors, especially,
You seen
Raimi
Multiverse of Madness?
and Scarlet Witch is badass. That movie makes her hot.
But no, that's not what sexualizing people is, you
I
dumb
know.
motherfucker.
I know.
Holy
Also,
shit.
Different era too.
What?
Different era. Multiverse Madness came out in 2022. 20 years later.
So? You're acting like people
Listen,
aren't
I'm just saying-
sexualized today.
Weinstein was around when one news came out. The other one, and then he was put in jail for the other one.
I'm just saying this is the only Spider-Man movie where they're trying to convince you. Well, not even they didn't even have to convince you. They didn't even have to do anything. But like they're like pretty much telling you this is a hot woman. We casted her because she's really hot.
I still think it was backwards.
Crazy.
You can be wrong. It's
Yeah.
fine.
This is gonna end up being the TikTok, ain't it?
I don't know. You're the one in charge of.
I
that.
know, but
I think I've given you like 10 clips.
I was
Every
gonna
time I
say,
mention something, just run it. Like,
I was gonna say
honestly.
there's a lot of clips here.
Steven compilation for the TikToks.
Honestly, I'll repost all of them. That'll be great.
W.
Yeah, dude, I don't know. The funniest parts of this movie is definitely the CGI. I think about like him like figuring out he has spider powers and he's like looking at his hands and there's like those little sharp things coming out of it.
Yeah, I
Like-
always loved that. It's the
Yeah.
only visualization for like Spider-Man sticking to things we've ever seen, and I love it. It doesn't make sense at all, but like those wouldn't help you stick to brick walls, but whatever.
No.
But like I love
No,
that it's
but-
like a visualization of it. I also just love the very obvious Dr. Pepper product placement.
Mhm. There's one in the second movie too. It's not as obvious though. But I've seen all these movies too many times. But I literally just watched 2 and 3, and then I watched 1 again before I jumped onto this. So
my
I
cup of tea with Spider-Man's Tasm.
was gonna say I just watched TASM 1 the other day because we don't have that on our list for anytime soon, so I can feel free to watch it. Just like I don't watch movies now unless we're planning to run them on Dueling Fates, just because I'm afraid that I'll watch something and then Grayson will put it on the list. It's like, hey, this is a thing you should see, and I'll be like, oh, well, I did, and that makes the episodes a lot less interesting.
I don't move shit around that's that vastly unless it's like something
No,
you
I
don't
mean
care
like
about,
when
which
we
is usually
when we
October.
make a list, like when we extend the list, which we don't really have to worry about right now because the next
no, it's
thing's
so
is there
next
anything-
year's only Marvel.
no, it's not.
Only
is there
Marvel.
anything outside of the CGI that you guys just like absolutely despise about this movie?
Why couldn't they
MJ,
raise
I
the
guess
glider
that's fine.
2 inches for when the foe dies?
You don't like
It
the
gets
glider
right
to the
in the
pelvis?
balls. It gets right in the balls. It's like raise it 2 inches and we're fine, but it's directly in the balls. I don't get it.
Yeah,
Why-
I don't know why he was aiming at Spider-Man's like mid thigh.
Yeah.
Like, what are we
In the
doing?
ass.
How's that supposed to kill him?
I also have a
That's
love-hate
fair.
relationship with Goblin's costume because I've seen the test footage of like the motorized face. And I don't know how they would do it for this movie, but the motorcycle costume kind of works, but like also
The costume itself isn't that great. The eyes do enough, I think.
I love that they're retractable.
Yes. Yes. But they're just like glow. They're not even actually glowing, but they kind of feel like they're glowing when you're watching the movie. Like just these bright yellow eyes. It's super terrifying.
I do kind of love that you can see Defoe's mouth moving from the mesh in the
Mhm.
middle of it. Like it's a weird thing that like usually I'd probably be like, nah, this sucks, but like it works for some reason. Probably because it's Defoe.
Honestly, I kind
Yeah.
of just prefer the Far From Home version where it's the same thing, but add a hood and just throw the mask in the trash.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because technically the Green
see that.
Goblin's not supposed to have a mask. He's just supposed to
No,
have
it's-
become a green freak.
And a lot of times it's a mask. It's an elf mask. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Look it up.
I'm actively
I don't-
staring at a comic book panel right now. It is so not a mask.
That guy's got
don't-
waves. What do you mean?
He just became a goblin.
Nah.
Yeah.
Dude, Willem Dafoe's voice is Green Goblin's voice.
Yes, but it
There's, like-
pisses me off because
What do you mean?
when Spider-Man hears him talk, how do you not just know that's Norman Osborn? No other motherfucker on the
Yeah,
planet sounds like
that's
that.
fair.
How does Norman not know it's Peter?
Very different. Toby's voice is not that distinct.
Yeah, he just kind of sounds like a dude.
Norman's is that distinct. Like, you know what I mean? You hear
Yeah.
Morgan Freeman's voice, you know it's Morgan Freeman. You hear Willem Dafoe, you know it's Willem Dafoe.
Yeah.
You hear Toby and you don't see him anywhere, it's just a white guy. Like, there's no discernible features here.
Yeah, I mean, like, I immediately think to the scene where Goblin puts Toby to sleep and takes him up to the top of the building, and you get like the TikTok scene, right? Like, you chose the path of the hero. Like,
Yeah.
nobody else sounds like that besides Willem Dafoe.
No.
And they
So
found you
good, though.
amusing for a while.
The
Like,
people of this city. But you know what?
That's
They love to see more than a hero. To see
it's such
hero
a similar
bend,
line
fall, die.
to The Dark Knight, but it's so much better.
Just say this one happened first. Fuck the Dark Knight.
As I say, but the foe's delivery and cadence in this is so much more haunting and more impactful than Harvey's. I know Harvey's is like iconic, but I love Defoe's portrayal.
Oh, you either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain. I always just think about Michael Caine.
Michael Caine.
Is that?
Why do we fall, Master Bruce?
Yeah. Okay. That
you do
is.
100 push-ups a day and you can't lift the log.
Yeah. No. When he's I don't know. I prefer the some men just want to watch the world burn scene over the Harvey scene so much. That might just be a Michael Caine thing, though.
The GOAT.
True. The best Alfred out of the ones we've gotten.
Lego Batman's pretty good, though.
I haven't watched Lego Batman.
SMH.
you guys want to be disappointed in me? I've
Please.
never seen a Batman movie.
Really? What? How?
Any of them.
Any of them?
All right,
Any of them.
Steven. While you're here, we are spending 3 hours watching Robert Pattinson's The Batman.
That's good
Any
later
of
in the
them.
year.
Listen, just get me on the episode. I'll watch them.
Fair.
Well, we are doing that one in like,
November.
damn, right? Oh yeah, we're doing it the week after Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Yeah.
And then we start the MCU
Yeah.
in order.
Steven Beck,
All right, I'll flip. I'll flip my last question of things that we haven't talked about yet. Obviously, like, what do you think is the best part about the Spider-Man 2002 movie?
I mean, it's the foe. The
Yeah.
foe steals every fucking scene he's in.
He does.
And he literally is more popular than Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, in my opinion, because he's the main villain of Tom's. Like, you having that much star power to come back in another Spider-Man's fucking universe and be the main villain of his finale of the trilogy is insanity. Like, I think the best villain of the trilogy. I know a lot of people love Doc Ock, but goddamn.
Doc Ock is an easier to like relate to villain almost. Like, I know it's the same thing where they're both driven crazy by fucking science experiments, but like Doc Ock, even once he's crazy, his motivation is almost more understandable. Whereas Goblin's just fucking psycho, which like I'm cool with.
It took the
But,
Goblin
like,
crack.
that's why people like Doc Ock more, is like, because everybody loves a relatable villain. That's why people love Thanos, is because like, yeah, he's wrong, but also like he's right. You know,
Yeah,
like
fuck half
you
of
can
you
get where they're coming from, and that makes a good villain. Yes, a good psychopath is good every once in a while, but like the best major villains are always kind of people who think they're saving the world, but aren't.
Well, like, Alfred Molina's Doc Ock is redeemable. Like, his qualities are good in heart, and he's just driven mad by the things. Defoe's Goblin is just insane and he just wants chaos. And I honestly I like that more. I think I like the chaos more
I like it more, especially in we're changing movies here, but I like it more in Far From Home.
No Way Home.
Yep, whatever, dude.
I think the best part about Defoe's
Worst naming
Goblin
scheme.
is the way he's able to just flip a switch.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That I think really makes the character just so much better.
So fucking good,
And then
man.
it's so easy to tell
Like-
when he flips the switch.
Like I immediately think about like after they had like fought and in like the burning building, and Toby gets like cut by like the goblin star or whatever the fuck, and they go have dinner with Aunt May and MJ and fucking Harry, and there's the cut on Toby's arm, and he's like that. I feel like you could see the flip switch in real time.
Yeah.
You can see him realizing
there.
what the fuck's happening.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's
That-
so good, man.
that is a really great moment too.
One thing I do hate about his Goblin is why the fuck does he have that woman screech when he's in the burning building? Like he's
To
crying
get
out for
Spider-Man to go there and
Yeah.
save
But it's not Defoe. It's just like, where's that coming
it
from?
probably is Defoe. Let's be real.
I wouldn't know.
Honestly.
Okay,
I'm gonna look-
Defoe has to be our most praised actor on this show. Everything
we
we've
watched
seen
so
him
many of
in.
his movies.
Yeah,
We watched. Did Defoe?
to the screen.
Dude.
But no, like the No Way Home thing with him, where it is he doesn't feel like he's redeemable, but the whole plot of the movie is him is Peter trying to redeem him, is so good.
Because Peter's trying to say.
Also, I think
Woman.
the switch flip in that movie is by far the best. Oh my god.
Yeah, that one's-
chills
it's
every
really good.
time. So good.
I need to rewatch that movie.
Now
feel.
I kind of do too.
Yeah, but I wanted to talk about. I think we should talk more about the other perfect character in this movie, J. Jonah Jameson,
Yeah,
Oh
dude.
my god.
who he's so good they can't even cast anyone else to play it
They
on
shouldn't.
any other Spider-Man movie.
They shouldn't. Ever.
Yeah, it's that type of role where it's like. There's no topping it. It's one of the most perfect castings in all of comic book history.
Yeah.
Movie
Like-
history.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
And I love
What's the movie that- yeah.
Jameson just in general because he's such an asshole,
Mhm.
but he's also such a real one. He's standing next to the guy who gave him all the pictures. He could have ratted Peter out so fast,
absolutely.
but he's like, no, I don't know. He sends them in by mail. I don't fucking know. It's like, yeah, I love this guy. He's a real one.
And you get the first time Toby shows up with the pictures, and he's like, "I've got it, Spider-Man, hero or menace." Like it's literally like off the bat, like the voice is perfect, the mannerisms are perfect,
Yep.
the fucking haircut is perfect. Like everything about this character just makes so much sense, and it's one of the best ever.
It's great, but it's awful because anytime I see him in anything else, I'm just like, what is he doing here? What is J. Jonah Jameson doing as the main villain in Baldur's Gate 3? I don't understand. Jameson, what happened to you?
Yeah, I think I've only watched one J.K. Simmons movie where he's escaped the that's J. Jonah Jameson, and that's Whiplash because he abuses the fuck out of Neiman in that movie. And, like completely different character. I know you didn't watch Whiplash, but like it's insane difference where I can't see him as that person, but it's the only movie I just don't see J. Jonah Jameson anytime J.K. Simmons on screen. He's just iconic. He's got the minutia down. He unashamedly Jameson. And I'm so glad he keeps going
yeah.
back for it.
Absolutely. We can talk a little bit about Aunt May in this movie and Uncle Ben too. While we're on that
Aunt
topic.
May, old woman.
She's still kicking. I did
she
look
is?
it up. Yeah,
Every
she's
time.
97.
Damn.
So shout out Rosemary Harris, the goat. I hope you're watching.
True. I've been trying to think of who I think the best Aunt May is.
It's not Sally Fields.
Fair. I think it's Rosemary. I think I like Who's the guy in TASM though? Who's Uncle Ben? What is the actor's name?
Martin Sheen.
Yeah, I love
Charlie
him as
Sheen's
Uncle
dad.
Ben. I like him less now that you said those words.
He's also President Bartlett in The West Wing.
Yeah, that is what I like. I've never seen The West Wing, but I've seen clips of it.
I was like, you've seen clips.
Yeah,
I think everyone's seen that clip.
I've seen a lot of clips of it.
like- I like Aunt May in this movie. I really like her in the second movie.
Yeah.
She has a lot of really good moments in the second movie. Especially the scene where she's like packing up her stuff. I know we're off topic a little bit, but like she's packing up her stuff, about to move, and she's like, "Oh, what is the line?" She's like, "There's a hero in all of us." Yeah.
She's much better in the second film.
Also,
I love that.
Steven, I gotta say this real quick. The episode's nearing end probably, but don't be worried about derailing us.
We derail ourselves all the time.
I'm pretty sure
you actually keep us on the rail.
Yeah, you.
I'm trying. Yeah.
We might have to. Yeah, you got time to watch 2 movies a week and make 2 podcasts. Might need you here to keep us on the rails. Because what did we record last week?
Midsommar.
Oh yeah. Oh no, that one wasn't actually that bad.
No, we were on topic. It's the one before that, The Mummy. We got off topic.
Yeah, The Mummy. I think we talked about The Mummy for 12 minutes in an hour-long episode.
I did find a clip though. I have it saved and everything. We're good.
Wow.
I low key do have time, but like
Low-key.
we can talk about Uncle Ben too. His like 30 minutes of movie time in this movie. He obviously has the iconic "with great power comes great responsibility." I don't really love the way that's executed.
I like it more than Sheen's. I like the rest of Sheen as Uncle Ben, but I like the great power comes great responsibility more in this movie. I still think Aunt May and the other 2 Peters do it best, though.
Well, because Sheen doesn't say it. He skirts around it. He kind of says it, but kind of doesn't. It's this weird delivery.
No, responsibility. It's like, well, all right, man, you're.
I think it works for this movie.
Mhm.
I kind of wish Uncle Ben got a little bit more screen time before he gets shot, but like, it is what it is. I'm not upset about it.
I wish they would have made it feel like him and Peter were a little closer. Because this movie is by far the worst at making like Uncle Ben connect to Peter, because the entire like in TASM, like there is the like he is changing and won't talk to us, but yet he still did, and like they felt like they actually cared about each other. And in this movie, it's kind of just like it feels like they don't.
You forgot to paint the kitchen with me, Michelangelo.
As I say, in TASM, it's more like they have a trust there, and you can feel it be broken after he doesn't pick up Aunt May from her job, and like. Here, it's like you didn't paint the house. Whoop-de-doo. It's like he's a teenage kid. He's not gonna he's gonna do weird shit.
Yeah.
Not do his chores.
Yeah.
The scene of him dying it still gets to me sometimes. Like every time I watch it, it's like, damn. It does. Toby's ugly cry is really good.
Yeah.
I think. He's
Steven,
really good at ugly crying.
What do you feel
I
about
think
the
that's just
retcon
him crying
in Spider-Man 3 for it though?
I actually was about to talk about that. I think it kind of does wrap it up a little, a bit better. Like it kind of makes it a little bit more complete.
Okay, I just know a lot of people don't like that retcon of it just being Sandman that kills Uncle Ben.
It's to each their own, I guess. I think that I don't know. I don't really have a problem with it, I guess.
Yeah.
Spider-Man 3 is the worst of the 3 movies.
I mean, it's also
but
I don't know, it's New York. It's not hard to believe somebody else could have shot somebody at the same moment that another guy with a gun was running around.
But it being Sandman, it was like where I wanted to like. A lot of people had a problem with that. I don't know. People still have a problem with it.
Villains doing villain things. Oh my.
Yeah.
Well, Sandman's not really a villain. He's a guy who's just trying to get by.
I kind of get it like that. It would mean like the other guy kind of died for no reason, even though Toby didn't kill him. He fell out of a window. Okay, but
why did he fall out of a window?
Bro got scared. He's a pussy. That's not Toby's fault.
True.
It's called. I think it's called second-degree murder. Actually.
No proof. Wouldn't hold up in a court of
Yeah,
law.
I mean,
Yeah, not the
The-
helicopter spotlight on this.
Toby, that was technically self-defense. He had a gun to his head.
True.
Like, he grabbed his arm, moved his arm, and the other guy's like, and he
what
falls
are
out the
you
window.
afraid of? You're the one with a gun.
Yeah, like,
This is your fault.
how do you charge that case? I think it's self-defense. Spider-Man's not guilty.
Spider-Man Menace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but
I mean, Spider-Man did kill that guy, so maybe Jameson has some legs here.
he didn't kill that guy, man. That
And he
guy.
watched him fall out of a window.
accidentally-
He could have saved him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
That
true.
would have
He
been the
could've.
most Spider-Man thing to
But-
do,
but-
actually.
Guess it's actually. Fuck. What do you say? Fucking whenever he ran out the door.
I don't see how that's my problem.
Yeah.
See, that's why I would dislike the retcon, is because I love both in this movie and in TASM, where it is like actively Peter's fault that Uncle Ben dies.
Mm.
I think that's
was-
really
yeah.
important. Like, it's not his fault. He didn't do it, but he could have stopped it.
Yeah.
Like, really
Yeah.
easily. And I do think changing that so it was like, well, it was somebody else that shot Uncle Ben. It really removes the weight of that. Like, the real reason Spider-Man becomes Spider-Man is because he fucked up and let Uncle Ben die, and now he has to redeem that. And in his eyes, he never will, no matter how many times he saves the multiverse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Or-
it reminds me of that scene. There's a comic scene where after Johnny Storm dies in a storyline, and Peter and Franklin, the tiny one, have a conversation about dead uncles. It really cements that having to be somewhat of Peter's fault, or like letting the guy go, or where he could have easily stepped in and it being his fault. It has to be that. That's where I could see the retcon being a really big problem.
Yeah, like it's not that I care that it was Sandman. Like, it could have been Sandman. I'm fine with that, but just make it still somehow Peter's fault. It
Mhm.
matters.
Something about this movie, this is kind of stupid, but like after the spider bites Toby, just kind of goes wherever, and we just assume that it never bites anybody else. Obviously, there's no more Spider-Man in Toby's trilogy,
Should have been. Give me Miles
So-
Morales and Spider-Gwen right now.
so I don't know. That was something I noticed when I just watched it again. I was like, where the fuck did the spider go?
Yeah, in most
That
universes, it either dies or gets splattered.
Yeah.
Like,
And
because
in this
Andrew
one,
kills it.
it just went back to wherever it was, like up in the ceiling.
Yeah.
Like
It's
maybe the research facility found it and put
Or
it back.
maybe it just, like,
Fucked off.
I was going to say bit a person and was like, ew, that tastes gross, and just stayed up in its web and didn't fuck with people anymore.
Yeah.
Or
fair.
maybe it died.
I don't know.
It is a lab experiment. It could have died like 10 minutes later.
Yeah, I mean it could be like I don't know, it bites someone and then it has to die. I don't know. It wasn't really touched on. I just
Yeah.
noticed it when I was watching the movie again that it just kind of bit him and then crawled like
Yeah.
right away. Like
This is the only one where the spider, like, you actively see it afterwards, but it doesn't just get
Mhm.
killed.
yeah.
Like, it's the only time ever. It's very weird.
I know that this movie predates it, but like that would like lead into like Silk being a thing in this universe,
Right.
which I know Raimi didn't intend to that because he didn't care about comics after the 80s. So it's like, to do that on purpose, definitely not. But it opens up the door. Could we ever see Silk? Probably not.
In that specific universe, probably not.
Yeah,
I
no.
think that universe is done. But
I mean, he's coming back.
yeah, but it's gonna be through a portal. Like
He might die right away.
Are they bringing Andrew back too?
I believe so.
They should. Honestly, they should. And then Disney and Sony should just, like, shake hands and just go have Andrew be Spider-Man for Sony and just have a whole different thing going, and just let Tom exist in the MCU however the fuck he wants. If they
Here's
want
the
him
thing,
to
Geek.
appear in every show set in New York, he should be there.
Here's the thing, Geek. They can already use Andrew in their movies. There's nothing stopping them.
Well, no, I just mean the handshake needs to be that Tom isn't ever going to be part of the Sony universe,
Oh, yeah.
you dipshit.
But they don't want to use Tom. They've been on record. They don't want to use Tom for their universe.
Then why do they keep telling Disney they can't use Tom? That's stupid.
Money!
That's actively costing them money. What are you talking about?
I know. Sony's dumb.
I know. Like, genuinely, just be like, Tom can be in these movies. If you want to discuss villains, figure it out. And cool.
Was the thing not that like they had to sell Spider-Man to Sony to make Spider-Man 2 or Spider-Man 1 though?
They had to
Or I
sell
could be wrong
Spider-Man
about that.
to Sony. They were trying to sell the movie rights to the entire company because Marvel was about to go bankrupt and cease to exist.
Yeah.
So they were trying to sell the movie rights, and they ended up selling Spider-Man because Sony was offered the entire universe for like $1 billion and said no, and then paid like $3 billion just for Spider-Man because
Worth it.
I don't know.
It is worth it. They've
And then
tripled their money at least.
Universal got to buy Hulk.
And then Fox had a bunch of
The
characters
X-Men,
for a long, long time.
mostly.
And Blade and
Yeah,
Daredevil and Ghost Rider.
true.
they had a whole bunch of characters. They lost some of those. Eventually, I think it was like 2015. They lost all the rights to those. 2014, 13. It was around that time. Early 2010s.
I just got to bring this up because I think this is funny. I have not talked to my sister in a month, maybe more. Whatever episode.
Brother.
It's fine. Oh, that's not true. I was just whenever I was down there, I guess I talked to my sister, right? Hey, she hasn't texted me either. Phones work both ways. Fuck off. But she did just text me, and it's not a hey, how you doing? It's nothing like that. It is just straight up. Hear me out. We should get Powerpuff Girls tattoos.
Real.
It's like I agree,
it's so
but
fucking
goddamn.
real.
What a wild thing to say for the first time we've spoken in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Now, Geek, are you Bubbles, Buttercup, or Blossom?
Which do you
I
think?
think he's Buttercup.
It's Buttercup, yeah.
My
Buttercup's the green one.
I thought so. My Powerpuff Girls memory is off.
Bubbles is the blue.
Yeah,
I think Bubble blue, and then Blossom is red or orange, pink, whatever, and that's just like springtime. You blossom in springtime.
I'm
That's how I
glad you
remember.
didn't call me Bubbles because of who voices Bubbles.
Tara Strong.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very
Miss
unfortunate.
Minutes. Harley Quinn. Timmy Turner.
Nah, she's not my Harley Quinn.
If you guys had to, I'm gonna keep you on track again.
Let's go.
If you guys had to grade Toby's performance in this movie alone, what do you give it?
In this movie,
Yeah, 1 to 10.
I was gonna go fucking 5 stars because
Oh, I was going letter grades. Okay.
1 to 10.
out of 10, 6.5.
I was thinking 7 or 8, so
I'm
that
thinking
works out.
6'2". Like he's a good Peter. He's not. He can't. I don't know. He doesn't have the comedic timing to be a good Spider-Man.
His Spider-Man's much better in the second one because I know that
Yeah.
the zings are a lot more
Mhm.
intensive in the second one.
Yeah.
I know that for sure.
Nobody's
Nah,
topping
that's why I'm saying
Andrew at that.
only this movie.
Yeah.
Only this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In this movie, he's like a 6.5.
Yeah, nobody's
listen,
topping
hey.
Andrew with the mask
Grayson,
on.
listen. These are free clips I'm giving you. Okay?
Mhm. Yeah.
Just take notes.
So
okay?
is that.
I know.
All right.
Nobody acknowledged the thing I said, and that's okay. Missed the joke. Somebody will catch it later.
It'll be me who has to watch this
That's
stuff.
true.
Okay. We'll also do MJ. What would you grade MJ scale of 1 to 10?
As a
0.
performance, not how it was written, fuckface. God, I hate this guy.
4. I don't think Kirsten Dunst is a good actress.
I was gonna say like 5.5, to be honest. I think she does play MJ.
She plays AMJ, yeah.
All right,
She
man.
should like half of her character is really hot. Like that is like part of the bit.
See, we don't
Like-
get any of the we don't get the go get him face jackpot. You have hit the fuck it, face the tiger, hit the jackpot like type attitude. I've seen that panel so many
She
times,
calls
and
him
I don't
Tiger
get
once.
that. Yeah, she calls him it. I don't get the sense of that panel from this MJ.
Bro's basing his entire hope for MJ off of a singular panel.
If I don't get the vibe from fucking MJ that I get from that panel, then we're at the fucking garbage. Throw in the garbage.
She calls him Tiger in this movie
once.
It's not that she's gotta call him Tiger. It's the vibe.
I don't know.
It's the vibe from that one panel.
If somebody called me Tiger like that, I'd fold.
Yeah, real.
I'd fold.
What's your grade?
It's the confidence.
I'll land on a
MJ's
6.
not confident.
I'll land on a 6. Grayson's at a 4. What's your grade?
If I'm being objective, like a 6. I don't want to be objective, but I'll be objective.
Well, what if you're subjective?
10. Don't care.
Good. Listen, she's my favorite MJ for a very specific reason. Yeah.
Well, technically, the MJ we have now is Michelle Jones.
True.
I hate how they did that.
So does that mean Mary Jane's coming in later?
They've hinted it.
Yeah, I know.
Which, in my opinion, would be the stupidest thing.
Yeah, no.
Wouldn't be the stupidest thing.
Here we go. We can get more free clips. This is a free. I'm clip farming for you. Okay.
I mean, that is literally all you do. So
I know.
Your existence is just clip farming.
We've got our 10s. We've got our 10s. That's Green Goblin and J. Jonah Jameson. And where are we at on James Franco?
As a
Harry
person?
Osborn. Harry Osborn. In this movie, what's his performance grade?
I like him much better than 3. Like, his arc is there. It exists in 3.
I don't know. He was great as a spoiled rich kid who's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
I'll give it a 7.
Yeah, I wouldn't put him any higher than Toby. That's kind of where I was thinking.
Around that.
I think he's quite good in this movie.
He's
got that like stupid ass smile. It lands every time. The little.
He's such a cunt, dude. I hate him.
Dude, yes.
Like the entire he knew the entire time that Peter had been in love with MJ for 80 years, right? But then the first chance he gets, he just flirts with MJ in front of Peter and is like, yeah, look at me, fuckhead. Yeah, look at how much cooler I am.
All of his lines.
Yeah,
all
dude.
Of Toby's lines. Which, by the way, if you, the listener, are an awkward, shy little nerd that doesn't know how to talk to women, take fucking notes on this movie.
Just talk about your hyperfixations, man. It'll work eventually.
I'll take notes. Okay, got it.
Just walk up, randomly start talking about spiders.
Exactly. Listen, I literally do that when I talk to women. I'm like, I love Spider-Man. Check this out. And then I'm like, when we're watching the movie, I'm like, look,
video
it's a mannequin.
Doing the... He just runs up, check this out.
Yeah. I'm like jumping off a building. Oh,
whip. Oh, goodness. Yeah. Overall, it is a good Spider-Man movie, but I don't know.
This is my favorite of the trilogy. I know that for sure, because I watched the trilogy not too long ago. This is definitely still my favorite.
I'm not even... I think it's my third favorite of this trilogy.
Really?
I think it's 2 for me. 3 is really messy, and the Venom is just so poor.
We said favorite.
Yeah, I'm talking about favorite, not best. I love 3. 2 is...
Yeah, me too, yeah.
The best and my favorite, but I would rank 3 higher just because I enjoy it more. Though I would prefer to, as much as I would prefer just to watch this movie because of Willem Dafoe, we're at the point where there's a better Green Goblin movie. So,
Chasm 2.
No, die. Die. Actively die.
Yeah, no.
I should have just got Willem Dafoe for that movie.
Honestly, just decide that Willem Dafoe is the only Green Goblin in the multiverse, and when Willem Dafoe no longer exists, neither does Green Goblin. You can read him in a comic book panel. That's it.
Fair.
All right. And I don't know. What's your guys' typical runtime? Where are we at?
We're over it. Well, I know we're definitely over it.
Okay, we're over it. We can end the episode, okay? Overall, 1 to 10, what's the grade of this movie, Spider-Man 2002?
Objectively,
Grayson, go first. Grayson, go first.
This movie?
Your personal score.
I did not letterbox it. I mean, objectively speaking, it's a 4 out of 5 stars.
That leaves it like an 8 out of 10.
Yeah, it's an 8 out of 10.
I don't know why. I thought you were going out of 10. I was like, damn.
Personally, I fucking adore this movie. I would, again, it's one of my favorite superhero movies of all time. It's not, I'm in like my top 5. That's into Spider-Verse territory there. But yeah, no, this movie's fucking fantastic. I adore it.
All right, Steven, what did you? No, you're the guest. You're going second.
I've been the fucking leader of this episode. Damn it.
Typically, our guests are the leader of their episodes.
Yeah, because it's normally a movie they're in love with.
Yeah, fair.
So
listen, I'll do the other Toby movies. I will geek him out just as much. Anyway, I think I also give it 8 out of 10. To be honest, it's really, really good. I would lean 9 if it was made like 10 years later and we got really good CGI.
Give me Andrew level CGI.
Honestly, then I might call it perfect. But yeah, I don't know. I really love this movie. It has really, really highs. Really, really good highs.
Apparently, I'm going with a 7.
Ooh.
So I give it a 3.5 on Letterboxd. Because again, it's my least favorite of this trilogy.
That's fair.
Like,
I guess we're gonna have to cover 2 and 3, aren't we?
Someday.
At some point.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Are we just gonna change it? And when we're doing all of Marvel, are we gonna do not just the MCU and just do everything the fuck else? Also,
technically, both Spider-Man are canon to that.
That's true.
Universe.
Technically, at this point, everyone is canon to that universe.
Well, currently,
I guess Ghost Rider,
and also the old X-Men aren't canon. That Professor X is up in the air. Is that our Professor X that we know and love, or is it a different Professor X?
Which Professor X are you talking about?
Multiverse of Madness.
Oh no, that was not our Professor X. But since
but
every other part of that universe is canon, it's canon.
Yeah, Logan's canon. That's right. I forgot about that.
You goober. Oh.
I get you guys enough clips.
I don't know. Yeah. you were clip farming. This is true.
Yeah,
I have to. You guys don't enough.
What do you mean?
Well,
that's like the whole point of podcasts these days is clip farming.
So here's the thing. We'll let people behind the curtain. When things are doing well on YouTube and TikTok, I don't want to fuck with how it's working right now. Until what we currently have working stops working, then we'll adjust.
Yeah.
It's like the scientific formula, you know?
We are actively on like a good streak of things. It's weird when that happens.
But next week we're going back to the mid 2000s when it comes to superhero movies. We're covering Fantastic Four from 2005. Because it's the 20th year anniversary for that film.
Oh, we forgot to do the thing again.
What thing?
What is the budget of this movie? $140 million. Fucking Christ.
What's that in 2025 money?
Yeah.
23 years later.
Adjust for inflation, please.
In 2002, adjusted to now.
He's doing the calculator.
Well, that's not.
Nickelback is also in this movie. They have a great back to this.
That budget now would be $248 million.
How does that compare to the most recent Spider-Man movie?
Oh God.
Most recent one's
No Way Home's got to be insane.
No Way Home, I think, was 200.
Maybe that's an unfair comparison. But
I think it was only 200.
I feel like you have to pay Benedict that much. It was only 200.
Yeah, no, Benedict isn't actually that expensive. I think.
God damn, it more than
House
doubled.
up there.
Like gross worldwide, it more than doubled this movie.
Spider-Man or No Way Home.
Spider-Man No Way Home grossed almost $2 billion.
Yeah, it would have crossed 2 billion if it wasn't during the pandemic.
That's so nuts, dude.
That's a pandemic movie too.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy.
Yeah,
This
that
is
movie
something
would've
I
been the highest
understand now after a year of doing this. I like understand what these numbers mean for once.
Mm-hmm. You can watch the early episodes where I have to explain box offices to geek.
I don't get them either, so beats me.
But I mean,
But anyway, before we end the episode, I have a formal outro here. Hold on.
oh God.
I'm gonna join on my phone. I'm gonna prove my fandom.
Oh no. He's all right.
We're showing the shelf. I'll be right back.
The shelf.
The shelf.
I am on screen twice.
Oh shit!
There's legs. Steven has legs. It's official.
We're taking a trip,
Yeah.
dude. That's not a shelf. That's a shrine.
Bro has a spider shrine.
Which real?
Valid.
Honestly, I don't have enough Spider-Man shit here. What's
Spider shrine featuring Steven, you're muted.
He is muted.
I'm muted. We got like Jokic up here.
Yeah, a spider shrine plus Jokic.
Zenyatta from Overwatch.
That's an Overwatch character.
Black Panther.
All of
LeBron.
Spider-Man. Yes, Black Panther. My mom thought this was Spider-Man, so she got it for me. And so I put him on the show.
Oh.
LeBron, James Harden. Oh no, I moved LeBron off his thing. Anyway,
So,
LeBron
he's
down.
he's number one.
LeBron down. We got some comic books up here.
Spider-Punk. Tell me.
Ooh.
Ooh, Life Stories.
Yeah.
Do I have
We can end the
graphic
episode
novel
now.
from the 90s.
How do you flip your camera on Discord?
There you go.
Bang. I'd say
And that-
successful episode, chat.
Wonderful episode. Jesus Christ, Geek just ripped out a million comics.
Hey, look, a Spider-Man comic.
Whoa. Hold on.
A
Until next
Spider-Gwen
time,
comic. Spider-Man and
Remember,
Deadpool. I'm sorry.
go follow Steven on his socials. I'll put them in the description below.
Yeah, follow me on Twitter everywhere. Kirby Gang Taco.
There you go. That works
There you
too.
Yep.
Until next time, we talk about Fantastic Four from 2005. Remember, like, subscribe, do whatever one podcast format you prefer. Until then, bye-bye.